We're going to head to the voicemail of Truth and Reason, and this one about Marcus Mariota.
So, I know tonight you guys, every time they bring up Marcus Mariota, you guys immediately say no. But you want to give Baker another year. We've seen the film on Baker. I'm asking you guys, take a look at the film on YouTube of Marcus Mariota. There's one, Marcus Mariota 2018. There's another where he was with the Titans then. There's another where Marcus Mariota was with the Oakland Raiders against the Chargers. I'm asking you guys to take a look at the film, see how many actually dropped balls there were, where he actually put the ball where it wanted to be, how much better he can run than Baker Mayfield, and how he actually does kind of look through his progressions a lot more than Baker. That's all I'm asking you guys to do. Thanks. Bye.
All right, let's before we get to this, let's take a look at Marcus Mariota's his body of work when he was the starter at Tennessee, and he had a couple of nice years. But again, you look at what he's done, the production, it's a lot like what we have with Baker Mayfield. There's good years, there's bad years, there's years that were good early, and he regressed a little bit with the Titans before Ryan Tannehill eventually took over that job. Hayden, when you talk about bringing in Marcus Mariota, I don't think it's to be, if you're bringing him in, he's not supplanting Baker Mayfield. And the one thing I don't know is, I know Baker's a competitor. I know he wouldn't shy away. I don't know if you want to bring somebody in and make it a quarterback competition. By and large, if you have a team that has aspirations of winning and going deep in the playoffs, two quarterbacks usually doesn't work out very well.
Yeah, I don't think that it would be a quarterback competition. I mean, unless you bring in at this point, unless you bring in somebody that replaces Baker, or if you trade Baker, then it becomes somebody else's team. But the way that Andrew Berry's talking about, we expect Baker to be our starter, Baker's our guy, whatever. You can't bring in somebody and actually expect there to be a quarterback competition. I mean, that just, to me, it's out of the question. I mean, if you want to go get Russell Wilson and replace him with Baker, or you want to go get Matt Ryan and replace him with Baker, or replace Baker with him, that's fine. But if you bring in a Marcus Mariota or Mitchell Trubisky, it's to be a backup until further notice, until if Baker really starts to struggle or something like that. It's not a quarterback competition. If Baker Mayfield's taken the first snap in training camp, he's taken the first snap to start the season, barring injury. So I don't think it's going to be a quarterback competition if you bring in anyone. But I think Marcus Mariota is a good fit in terms of, he's backed up before. He backed up Derek Carr. He's mobile. Accurate passer, maybe nothing wows you about him or about his arm, but certainly a professional and can provide you what you need.
Yeah, and if you're bringing in Marcus Mariota or Mitchell Trubisky as a backup, I'm on board with that. What I'm saying is, in reference to the voicemailer, I wouldn't bring him in and say and hand him the starting job like that. That's, I think Mariota and Baker, they have similar paths. I think Baker's a little bit better than him right now. That's just kind of my opinion.